Hey, this is John from WorkshopAddict.com. Today we have something a little different and a little unique to show you. Today we're going to be taking a look at
What the hell, John?
What?
Didn't you read the instructions?
Most of them.
Don't try this at home, guys.
Hey everybody, Brian and John here from WorkshopAddict.com. As you can see from the intro, we are taking a look here at this Centipede Sawhorse system. And as Jeff said at the beginning of the video, don't try this at home. They have clear instructions. You're not supposed to be standing on the top of these or working on an uneven surface or anything like that. We just wanted to see if this would take the weight of a four-wheeler and about a 175-pound guy. So
what?
Come on, give me the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
All right, maybe a little bit more than that. So basically the Centipede system came out about a year or two ago, and this is like a startup company. These guys started this up, and they've got it out now. It's in Home Depot, and it's been put to the test. And you can either get the 4x8 model, which is right here holding up the sheet of plywood, or this 2x4 model. Basically, you unfold it. It kind of reminds you of a bag chair system, but this isn't plastic. Everything here is metal, metal poles. You got plastic on the top here, and these little feet rotate around.
Plastic nuts inside the feet.
Yeah. And the reason why they don't want you putting this on uneven surfaces is because you're going to get this thing all out of whack. And the whole point of this is it's strongest when it's all set flat and everything's supporting each other. Now, what you get, if you buy the 2x4 piece, you will get a bag that it comes in with some instructions and some stats on it. This will hold up to 1,500 pounds, the system, if everything's done properly. The 4x8 system will hold up to 3,000 pounds. Now, this system with the 2x4 comes with 2 bench dogs, hold downs. And these are meant to be used in the corners to hold if you've got a sheet of plywood on there or something on top of your work surface that'll hold it down. And it will come with 4 of these 2x4 holders. So you can put these feet on the end if you want to have support a 2x4 or use a 2x4 underneath it, underneath your sheet of plywood or anything like that. Now the 4x8 comes with 4 bench dogs and also 4 of these 2x4s. Couple things, I've been using this around the yard and around the house and a couple projects when I did the kids' loft beds, and I used it for a table when I was making pocket holes. Worked great. Really liked it. I also used the 4x4 for cutting sheets of plywood, and it was really neat, especially when the the plywood would fall into the crack there. So you didn't have to worry about it hitting the ground and stuff. You didn't have to hold it. It just fell into that slot. A couple things I don't care for. First off, bag. If you're going to be using this, I mean, it's a great little storage bag. Everything's tight, but if you're throwing this in and out of the back of a pickup truck, if you're working, you are going to wear the bottom of this out pretty quickly. I wish they had the option to get a hard case for this, because this system, if you could put it in a hard case and throw it in the back of a truck, great. This bag, you're going to have holes in it in a matter of a couple days, especially if you got a bed liner. Brian and I were also talking, what was the other thing was the big deal?
To me, at least the 4x8, it doesn't fit exact. So you would expect to have a little more underneath the 4x8 sheet, just being able to have your little round circle out. So when we have a 4x8 sheet sitting there, it's pushed in exact on one end, and you can see we have quite a bit hanging out on this side. It leaves a little bit to be desired for fit. I'd like to see it a little bit tighter, but you know, it works. It's not that it doesn't work. It's obviously holding this. 3,000 pounds on top of it. I'll be honest, John, I'd be scared. Yeah. I was scared putting the four-wheeler up there when I was up there. Yeah. And it's not what you're supposed to be doing with this. It's not the right way to go. That's a lot of weight.
We wanted to test it out to see, you know, on a job site, this is more than you're going to put on it. I can't imagine putting with me on this. And when we first got it, Brian and I were both standing on it. Again, we're not supposed to do that, but we wanted to see what would it take. And it was sturdy.
Should we put the bucket on it?
No.
I mean, that's 3,000 pounds, right? We've done it with other stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're not gonna. So does that tell you something, guys? I mean, I'm not bagging on this. It's nice, but we're not gonna put the bucket on it.
You know, like Brian said, the outside corners are the one that gives you a little hesitation because you don't have a lot of support there. The sides, you can turn them in and you get most of them to fit. I noticed it first with the 2x4 because I cut myself a sheet of 2x4 feet plywood on this, took it out for my table, and I noticed that it wasn't fitting far enough over. And I was like, did I make a mistake? Checked it again. No, it works. And Jeff had made a mention of this earlier. He would like to see the outside ones have a raised lip, so it actually like pockets it in. And that way you could have the 4 corners with the raised lip, set your sheet of plywood in there, and it would be all set.
It'd be stuck in place. I think that would be very useful.
Yeah.
I mean, hell of a suggestion. When you think of a bag chair, when you open a bag chair up, everything is connected by the rods. In this case, we've got this stuff in between. It works great. You can fold it together good, but it's
nice on a flat surface. It's going to be really nice for a workbench. I'll be using it because, I mean, I found it very useful for that project I was doing outside. Quick, easy setup.
Yep.
You know, with this bigger model on a construction site, this would be great because you're going to have plywood, OSB around, stuff like this. At your home, you know, you've got to keep yourself a 4x8 sheet around if you want to make this into a table. So, I mean, you could use
works.
This one, you can use it with some smaller pieces. You could also do a 2x4 section on the corner. This one, you have to have either a 2x2 or a 2x4. So you've got to have some scraps laying around or else it's not going to work. Or you can use it with your 2x4s. Neat system. A couple little improvements on this would make it really nice. But other than that, it's a nice little option. I know we've been using this around the campfire too. So we go out there and set a little table up and you put all your s'mores on it and stuff. So if you're looking for something like this, I know they're in Home Depots now, and I don't know if they're in a couple other places yet, but check them out there. This is the Centipede Sawhorses. So until next time, come over and check out our forum. Give us a like on this, subscribe to our channel. Take a look to see if we got any contests going on. We got a lot of our little giveaways going on. We got giveaways all the time. And get involved. Talk about it. Let's hear what you want. Let's hear what you think about this. And until next time, I'm John.
I'm Brian. Yep. Jeff's back there, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for everything.